Alright, before I bash on this game, there are a few things Valve did that I like, such as the new loadout system. I can have any pistol for any situation on T-side now. Need something more reliable? The P250. In the mood to run and gun? There's the Tech 9. Need a pocket AK with your sniper rifle? CZ75 will do the job. Want something flashy? The good old Deagle. This combination wasn't possible in CSGO, and this change will certainly spice up pistol rounds now. Another addition I dig is the option to have the crosshair follow the recoil pattern. This will be useful when it comes to using guns you aren't familiar with. I think the new matchmaking playlists is a interesting concept with the competitive and premier mode and the changes that they made there, but personally, I don't give a fuck about competitive Counter-Strike. I am more interested on the custom server side of things. With that out of the way, I can finally start complaining. By far the biggest issue I'm having is the performance. More specifically, I am experiencing what seems to be a CPU bottleneck. Why this is happening when I have a 8-core CPU with each core having a pretty fast speed is beyond my comprehension. Because I supposedly have a CPU bottleneck, I can't lower my settings to get an FPS boost, so I'm stuck on high-ish settings with 100 FPS give or take, which feels horrible honestly. You can even see the performance metrics on the side, and you can see that my CPU and my GPU numbers are low, about 30 and 50 respectively. So the game isn't even that intense, it just runs like shit and is poorly optimized. And people will say, do you have a laptop? Yes, I do in fact have a laptop. But I made sure that it's plugged in, right, obviously, and that there was nothing artificially holding back the performance, right? I don't have an issue like this with any other game. It's just specifically CS2. Another problem I've noticed is that the servers felt really bad in comparison with their global offensive predecessors. Odd rubber banding issues persisted, and I've noticed I was experiencing packet loss. And let me tell you, packet loss only happens when your internet is going through some technical issues or when the server starts dying. It isn't something that should occur to anyone who has half decent fiber optic internet, which is a lot of people in this world, right? So matchmaking is broken as well. When I tried to queue with two others for a competitive game in Europe at a time where there was 1.2 million players online. Alright, just think about that for a moment. How huge of a concurrent player base that is. Just to even have a fraction of that for any game would be a blessing, right? But we searched for half an hour and we could not find a match, right? In European servers, let me reiterate. So we tried a private match and we could not get it to work when it was very simple to set up in CSGO. These two issues combined made the gameplay experience feel horrible. Valve also got rid of a bunch of things from CSGO, such as certain playlists and maps. The whole game feels like a beta, or even an early access alpha if I'm being honest. I would be much more accepting of this if they didn't axe CSGO completely. CS2 is not ready at all. It needs to go right back into the oven, and Global Offensive should be bought back for the time being. I am wondering if the reason Valve made these decisions was because they saw how the modern gaming market is nowadays with all this broken, unfinished live service crap, and thought to themselves, if they can get away with it, perhaps we can as well. I am afraid that they would be right about this because I haven't seen any major criticism of CS2 on YouTube, right? The platform I'm gonna upload this video to, obviously. Not a word from certain YouTubers who had access to these betas and were showering the game with praise. I made this video to call out the bullshit, to challenge the people shilling for this load of horse shit, to be the voice of others who are struggling and having issues with this game. Because I know they're the silent majority. And once the honeymoon phase is over, we'll see what people truly think.